Episode 155, Exercise, Disappearing for 6 months.
You're listening to the very best podcast in the world on health, wealth, and happiness. Please remember to leave a review and share with all your friends and family. And here is your host, Lars Hilsa.
And it's Friday, and you know what that means. It's exercise time. No, as always, no, you don't have to get off your ass to get anything done. The exercises we do here are in context to personality developments, the singular. Welcome to the very best podcast in the world, your only source in the universe for personal supremacy through health, wealth, and happiness. And that is what we are going to be working on as every Friday as your personal supremacy. And without further ado, here comes the housekeeping. So any one of you that has thought you're going to get away without being bugged to fly the flag of sharing is caring, you were so fucking wrong, right? Sharing this episode or one of the other previous 154 episodes with someone in your sphere of influence is totally important, because not supreme being, but everyone should care enough about their friends, family, or, whomever you hold dear to help them grow. And that's what this podcast is about. Wasn't always. Was supposed to be a big fuck you to all of those motivational gurus, and I will pull your last dollar out of your pants to presumably help you grow. No, that's not what this is about. It turned into something really helpful with a lot of positive feedback, which makes me pretty certain in urging you to share not only this, but any one of the previous episodes or the upcoming episodes, which reminds me, shame on you if you're not subscribed yet. Go to theverybestpodcastintheworld.com. Under every single episode, there is a list of all of the podcast services in the whole wide, colorful world where you can subscribe on the platform that is your flavor. We've got all the big ones, all the small ones, all the medium ones, and we've got the exotic ones. So yours should be there. If it's not, and you have any other feedback or criticism or whatever the fuck, please send an email to theverybestpodcastintheworld@gmail.com. Now that we have our housekeeping in order, let's get started with what the fuck the title is about. So, title is Disappearing for 6 months. And that means that no, you shouldn't get yourself kidnapped and locked in a box somewhere for 6 months and, get your family to cough up ransom. Charming idea, though, for some, probably. But don't go there because you're going to be an asshole towards your family and loved ones. So now that we have that out of the way, what does disappearing for 6 months mean, and why the fuck should you? Now, disappearing for 6 months is more to say about don't go partying, don't go out for dinner, don't go on shopping sprees, or, just fall off the grid, fall off the radar for 6 months, right? If you have to, go to work, so that your paycheck keeps coming. And now we're going to go into why you should do that and how you can actually do that. So what you should do in these 6 months and the time leading up to it is to get your hands on shitloads of information on highly profitable skills, right? These could be, for the time being, setting up, Zoom accounts, or helping people in their home office environments who need help with, setting up their, ergonomic desk or their ergonomic chair so that their backs don't break when they sit on the bar stool at the counter in the kitchen doing their Zoom calls, but to be in a position to be able to have a healthy working environment, for instance, right? The web developer sphere is going to continuously explode exponentially. Explode exponentially? No idea. But that's another form of very interesting income. Now, if you're not a code monkey, and are incapable of being taught to program something, there are other things which are highly profitable. Now, you're going to have to do a bit of research in how you can do that. For instance, doing a drop shipping business, or, selling something, upselling something. No, don't go to the gurus, the supposed gurus who tell you, I'm going to tell you how to sell, because they're just selling themselves to you and emptying your pockets. And at the end of the day, you're going to be none the wiser. Well, maybe a little bit, but not really. It's just this kind of motivational kick that they instill in you, and you need it again and again and again. And at the end of every presumed seminar, it's kind of like, hey, we've got this other super secret project that you should sign up for now, because there's only 10 seats left. And there are some really fucking brutal assholes out there who will even suggest you to take that out on your credit card because you're going to grow so well and you're going to be able to sell so much. But no, there's enough knowledge out there that's free. This podcast is one of them. There are tons of others out there who, are grateful for the career that they've had, the actual career, which didn't consist of, just selling stupid workshops to people in YouTube advertisements. These people, have had a real career and are interested in just altruistically giving back. And those are the kind of people to go for. If anybody wants your credit card number, go tell them to fuck themselves. Literally, write them an email and say, look, hey, I found your information much cheaper out here. It was free. And there you go. Right. In these 6 months, though, it's about studying and inhaling all of this knowledge about these highly profitable skills, whatever, suits your fancy, right? Next step, and a very important one, is to have goals and to record your progress, right? If, let's say you have, maybe 100 hours worth of video waiting for you to digest, take notes, maybe speed it up to 1.25x or 1.5x, and take your notes and then kind of chug down on that information. Go deeper into the talking points that you took down in your notes. Drill deeper, see if there's additional information that you come across, right? And then it's time to sell your skills, right? And that's another very important thing, which you shouldn't forget. Let's, say for a stupid example, you decide to open up a dropship business or, whatever it is at the end of the day. It's important to market it correctly, right? You want to sell your skill. And that's, a very important aspect to look into, whatever skill you want to learn, highly profitable skill. Make sure that you take, about a month of those 6 to actually sit down and learn how to market yourself and your skill to other people. And while you may assume that marketing always has to cost money, it doesn't. There are plenty of ways out there how you can use social media platforms and engage with interest groups and so on and so forth to get your skill sold or in front of people at least, so that you can get them on the phone and talk to them, right? Now, these 6 months are going to change your life forever, because if you actually manage to be insanely disciplined about dropping off the radar for 6 months, no real WhatsApp conversations except for the most necessary, no phone calls unless, very necessary, just break or boil everything down to its real basic bare need, and take the extra time that you get to learn that highly profitable skill. Learn how you can get it in front of people. Again, it's important to record your progress, yada, yada, yada. We already mentioned that. And now it's time for you to, sit your ass down. You should still be seated, by the way. And, look for skills that you have, skills that you always wanted to learn, and how you can turn them into money and make them get you a better life, and use the only finite asset that you have, which is time, more wisely to get yourself ahead in life. Now, I hope I was not too provocative, but the intention was to be, at least in parts provocative, because a lot of you I know are struggling. However, there are tons of opportunities out there, to take advantage of at the moment, because the world is, just shifting significantly. And it's about finding the train, the profitable train, jumping on it, learning how to ride it, and then making it, improve your life, for lack of better words. In that sense, have a nice, workful weekend. And if you have trouble along the way, please feel free to email theverybestpodcastintheworld@gmail.com. Look us up on social media if you need help there. And other than that, again, wish you a lot of success in planning this sabbatical for really a lack of better words. I can't think of anything better. And we're going to be back on Monday. And then we're going to carry on with the, personal supremacy thing. All right. Peace out. See you on Monday.